Welcome to PedalCell, the ultimate bicycle power source. We're excited to get you up and running. Installation is simple and shouldn't take longer than a few minutes. Everything you need is included in the box. The PedalCell generator, the smart power hub, extra large, large, and small mounting spacers, the rear clamp and its mounting spacers, a 4mm Allen key, 18, 30, and 40mm fasteners, the smart power hub mount and fastener, a green circle sticker, and a USB-C to A adapter. The gloves are completely optional.
PedalCell comes out of the box with a spring in its locked position. This is the position used for mounting and deactivating PedalCell when not in use. Do not push the generator inwards in an attempt to press it against the rim. Doing so with excessive force could damage your PedalCell. After you're all done mounting with this video's instructions, you can activate the spring by pulling out on the generator and pulling out on the spring pin. This will engage the spring to push the O-ring against your rim.
In this video, we will show mounting on the seat stay. Before we get started, it's worth remembering that while PedalCell can be mounted on most bikes, we do not recommend mounting with carbon rims. Before starting, ensure that your seat stay has a diameter of at least 16 millimeters. PedalCell could either be mounted with the generator pointing forward on the right-hand side of your bike or pointing backward on the left-hand side. We recommend mounting on the left side to have better clearance of your pedals. Most seat stays are quite small. Thus, you'll need to use our 18mm fastener on the left of the clamp, our 30mm fastener on the right, our extra large spacer, and our rear clamp spacer. The important thing is that you use both. I'll repeat this again, you must use both of these spacers in this orientation. The reason why it's important to use both and not just one of these spacers is because this larger one creates enough space in between to create pressure and kind of pinches the smaller frame member. And then the back one actually must be installed because it prevents your frame member from touching the plastic. When the frame member touches the plastic, it's much less grip. Move PedalCell into its decoupled position. Pivot the generator and clamp opposite the spring force until the two pieces meet. You should hear a click confirming the spring lock has set. You could confirm that the generator is locked by seeing the locking plunger recess in its groove. A slight push on the top of the spring plunger may be required to help it recess properly. If it's not recessing, try rotating the knurl until you can align the pin with its groove.
PedalCell features both an engaged and disengaged position. As you can see here, the PedalCell is disengaged, and there's a gap between our O-ring and the rim of the wheel. This is how the device should be properly installed. The device comes out of the box in the disengaged position and should be installed on your fork in such a way as to leave a small gap between the rim. Some people try to activate their device by pushing inwards on the generator to press it against the rim. This is not helpful and with excessive force could actually damage your PedalCell. To properly activate your device when ready, simply twist the generator outwards and pull out on this spring plunger. You can see now the spring force is pushing the device into the rim. So I'll deactivate it one more time. This is how it comes in the box in the deactivated position. To reactivate, I twist out on the generator and pull out on the spring plunger. This will use the spring force to push my device into the rim and have it ready to go for riding.
Align the rear clamp jaw in the correct orientation. Now you can see how PedalCell is installed on the seat stay of a bicycle with the new spacers. You can see that it's not moving at all when the spring touches the rim, which tells me that it has sufficient clamping force on the fasteners.
Here's an example of PedalCell installed too closely. You can see that the O-ring of the generator is already in contact with the rim of the wheel. Currently the PedalCell is in the decoupled position. You can tell this because the spring plunger is slightly recessed. When it is in the deactivated position, the pedal cell should not be making contact with the rim of the wheel. In order to fix this, simply loosen the two primary bolts on the clamp and twist pedal cell out slightly. This will create the needed space. Another way to accomplish this is to use a larger spacer within your clamp to create the space between the O-ring and the rim.
Now another thing you're going to want to remember when installing on the seat stay, chain stay, or any rear frame member is that you want to make sure that the pedals and your feet clear pedal cell. You can perform a simple pedal check by rotating the pedals, but it's actually better to perform a check by rotating fully, making sure that your feet do not hit pedal cell anywhere. You can see here I'm more than clearing pedal cell, and the part you really want to pay attention to is the spring plunger, which is this part here, and especially when it's pedal cell is activated because it sits out slightly, and you want to make sure that your feet fully clear it. Take a quick ride around, make sure it's not interfering, and that your feet won't hit pedal cell. Again, when it's engaged, it's sticking out further. So this is the exact position you want to test it in to make sure that it works correctly.
Never pull on pedal cell's cord directly. Ensure that pedal cell's cable is always held by the cable hooks to alleviate strain on the water-sealed grommet. Riders can install a rubber mount onto the Smart Power Hub if they wish to place it on their frame. Do so by aligning the rubber mount in the desired orientation with the Smart Power Hub's fastener insert. Then install the fastener with the Allen key. The Smart Power Hub can be installed in a variety of places on your bike, such as your handlebars, stem, or frame. Once mounted, you can secure the Smart Power Hub's connector. You can avoid tangles and slack by coiling the cable around the Smart Power Hub and using zip ties. The sticker included with PedalCell can be used to verify whether the product is activated. As with any bicycle component, we recommend that PedalCell's orientation be checked and adjusted as much as every ride to maintain performance. PedalCell's O-ring should be replaced around every 2,000 to 3,000 miles. This process could take about 30 seconds. Only official PedalCell O-rings should be used for ideal product performance and to prevent damage on your bicycle rims. These can be purchased at PedalCell.com. For any further questions or concerns, please feel free to contact us at info@PedalCell.com. Happy riding!